Okay, here we go. I'm setting up my orbit. Alright, I've already set up my orbit, but I am actually setting up my satellite. Now, if you want to look, this right here is all it is. It's kind of dark because there we go. We've got the scanner, we've got the MechJeb satellite controller thing, just a body, and then an ion engine, 3 batteries and 3 satellite, or not satellite, but 3 solar panels. That's all it is. That's all it needs. Essentially the batteries are refilled by the solar panels. You can see there's different levels of power. It depends on what's kind of aiming at the sun. This one farther away isn't getting as much power. But these that can actually get a direct line of sight to the sun are getting power. So pretty cool mod, but I mean it's pretty hacks because I can sit here and do this. Like I can make a stable orbit, not worry about fuel. I can tell it to go to plus normal orbit and sit here and just let it track all day and just get a perfect orbit. And while it's doing this, I mean I don't have to worry about anything. I mean energy is, I mean, it makes a pretty cool noise actually. Listen to that. Pretty Tron-like, you know. But it doesn't use a whole lot of energy, especially when you have 3 batteries. Like if you had just 1 battery, this would be almost dead. But I mean, it doesn't really consume a whole lot, and the mass is tiny. It's 4.2 tons. This package, it weighs less than Sputnik, I think. Yeah, Sputnik was 5 tons. I read about that today in school. I don't know. Wasn't that important. But actually, the day this is uploading is the day is 1957 when it was launched, October 4th, 1957. So it's going to be the 33rd plus 12, 55th anniversary of the Sputnik launch. So that's pretty cool, right? I guess. So we want this relative inclination to reach negative 90. That means it's going to have a 90-degree inclination. Hopefully it's out of the reach of all this other junk in the atmosphere, or orbit I mean. Yeah, fine. But yeah, 55 years since the Sputnik 1 was launched. Pretty major event. Let me see if I can look up. I was actually thinking about downloading a mod that has the Sputnik in it, and then launching that is kind of like a, hey look, you know. £200. The Sputnik 1 weighed 200 pounds. And that was a feat to get it into space, you know? I mean, it's tiny. And I don't even think it had that stable of an orbit. I think they put it up like 80 kilometers up and it lasted like a month or 2. I'm not excuse me, recording this late at night. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that it didn't stay up forever, and I mean it's a cool experiment, but the real crazy thing is the Sputnik 2. This thing was like 1,100 pounds and it had a dog. They launched a dog into space just to, you know, see, because they wanted to see if it'd be safe. They wanted something that could survive, you know. Now that was a crazy advancement, you know. Like, I mean, you can imagine someone being like, oh, whatever, it's just a 200-pound ball of iron floating around in space, whatever, no big deal. It's not like the Soviets are that far ahead in the space race, and then like a month later, them launching an animal into space and having it come back alive. That's something. That's something where you look around. That's like that's a huge technological leap, and getting that far ahead of us was big. So, thanks Kennedy for NASA, right? Alright, we're coming up on 90 degrees. Gonna inch it up there. And then what's cool is I've been burning the entire time. Like, that's the thing about this ion engine. It doesn't have that much impulse, but it's pretty awesome. Okay, that's gonna bother me if it's not 100% perfect. OCD. cool. Let's go ahead and get this aimed on there. Now if we look at our thing, we are doing a north-south orbit. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on 10 times, because if you notice the mod doesn't work past 10 times, so we have to leave it at 10x. If I left it at 1x or 5x, it does it effectively is the same. I mean, it it pings a lot faster, but it goes really slow. So if you put it at 10x, it'll cover the same amount of ground, and the dots are not that far different from each other. Now the theory behind having it a perfect north-south loop is that we will get the same image pretty much on one orbit, but as we're doing that, the moon is actually slowly rotating, and as that works, then it'll make lines and we'll have a much clearer picture. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this, and this will just be kind of a bonus upload. Not even that great a recording quality. I mean, I'm yawning and drinking and stuff, but it's just something interesting to look at, and this will definitely help with the manned launch. So I'll see you guys.